Right, welcome to another episode of Ruggers.co.za's edition here. We're discussing the Junior Springboks or the under 20 Bokkies or whatever you want to call them. The new team for tomorrow afternoon against Georgia has been announced at 1 o'clock. I want to go back to the previous game. I am utterly disgusted in the way Jan-Hendrik Wessels, Hugo Venter and the captain George Cornier, behave themselves. If that's the way the new Springboks are going to behave themselves on the Springbok pitch, I'm sorry, I'm done. Okay? It was appalling. I don't know how you feel about it, but
yeah, I think letting allowing the Argentinians to get into their heads, getting their focus off what they should be doing, trying to play off the ball.
Yeah, but that's the crap that other people said to me. I mean, they said Jan-Hendrik Wessels was instructed to get under the skin of the Argentinians and everything. Okay. Personally, I think he tried to hide his inadequacies at scrum time behind the facade of stupidity.
And
Jan-Hendrik, luister vir die oom. If you behave like this, you will never be known as a great Springbok. Understand me very nicely and very clearly. Go back, ask the Bulls to teach you how to scrum, and then you come back. You only win gat when you can scrum and do your basics properly. It was appalling. Anybody that supports the behavior of those three young boys they must go and join the EFF. I don't know how you feel about it. It was really, it doesn't sit well with me.
No, I mean, in today's game, you cannot get away with it. Number one, even if you try to, it's visible all around. It takes your head out of the game, and you let your teammates down because you're not performing the way you should be because you've been focusing on side issues rather than just buckle down, play the game, keep your head down, stay focused. And yes, we struggled in the scrums again, unfortunately.
But we knew we were going to struggle in the scrum.
It was a wet game, very wet, heavy field, pouring rain, but no excuse. We did struggle in the scrums again. Argentina were actually, for me, very strong in the scrums, plus their driving mauls. Good back of forwards. And as you said, the score was there 33 for the Springboks, 26 for Argentina, final score. And if it wasn't for the Springboks' super defence in the end, it could have been a different story.
Well, it should have been a different story. I mean, we had three clowns trying to host their own show on the sideline, and then you had 12 other guys that really tried to play rugby.
Simon Miller, standout player.
Brilliant player, gentleman. Francois, if Simon Miller doesn't become a Springbok player better than Venter, Andre Hugo's dad, what's his name?
Andre Venter.
Andre Venter. This kid is brilliant. I met him in his under 18 year when they played against the Lions Cravenwick's team at Monash for preparation to the Cravenwick, and I walked to the guy and I said to him, listen, you must calm down. You must slow down somewhere in the game. You can't carry on like this the whole game. And he still carries on. He was absolutely brilliant. He continued his brilliant play for the Marties right through to these guys. This guy is going to become a Springbok in what we call it, Andre Venter, one of our top Springboks in South African rugby. But Sario again must decide. He's not a number 4. He's too short to be a number 4. He's a number 7 of Lucy, and they must use him there. Stop your nonsense, Bafana. Pick the guy where he's supposed to be picked. He's brilliant.
Kainan Moody as well. Excellent game.
Kainan Moody, brilliant. Injured. It's out for the rest of the
very unfortunate.
Yeah. brilliant guy.
Up until that game, he had scored 4 tries already, just in that international series. But unfortunately, we won't be seeing him on the field again. Henko van Wyk.
Henko, yeah, had a difficult time. I don't think we had that many opportunities to attack with. But Henko showed him as a 5th or 6th Lucy on the field. I mean, he turned over quite a few balls. He's brilliant at what he does.
Yeah.
But the whole of the backline didn't have many opportunities because of Argentina's dominance up front.
Bradley Davis, a standing scrum off for Bobby, also did, I think, outstanding job.
Better than Bobby?
In that game, I think, yes, he played different, you know, found his back line, you know, behind a struggling forward pack, in very wet conditions. So, yeah, and then next game for the baby under 21s is Georgia.
Yeah, I think they're underestimating Georgia, because Georgia were up to scratch with the Argentinas for the first 30-40 minutes.
Yes, 50 minutes as well.
Yeah. Oh. So, I mean, we're underestimating them. They're going to give us, they're going to be busy the first half with a great pack of forwards. Their forwards had the better of the Argentinian pack until the second half. So, yeah, underestimating them. But one guy I'm really excited to see is Mouton.
Yes.
Quality number 6.
Reinhardt.
That's the player we needed now. And I know we're sitting with quotas and everything. And but Reinhardt Mouton is a number 6. Out of this whole group here, he is the best number 6 there. He's the only number 6 there.
Because let's look at the team. It's basically a new team.
Yeah, this is your B team. I mean,
again, Kian Meaden.
Kian Meaden at fullback.
I see. That's interesting.
Kian Meaden at fullback.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm looking forward to see him feature there. Traditionally number 10, but now in the fullback position. Cohen Gertzer, brilliant always as number 14.
Yeah, Cohen, we've still got your ball here.
Yes.
He was our backline player of the year last year, but yeah, we'll get the ball to him.
Yes. Henko van Wyk again, stalwart, vice captain in the number 13 position. And then, Mambo Mkize, yes. Mambo Mkize and number 12, partnering with him in the centre.
Yeah, Dalvin Blatt at wing. Sasha, a great player. I'm really excited to see him at fly half with Nico Steyn. Everybody said last year Nico Steyn was the best scrum half at schoolboy rugby. So he was injured. He came on as a reserve the previous game, and now he's got a starting berth. So yeah, quite exciting.
Yes, and of course he's on Esterhuizen, back at big back at number 8. Surely,
Mr. Hulk.
Yes, I'm sure he's going to be doing some serious enforcement again from the back, and then number 7, Sia and Giza.
Yeah. And then we've got Reinhardt Mouton, Dylan DeLeeuw, Reinhardt Roots. I'm surprised that they're not playing in the first, but obviously they're playing, what's his name? Reinhard Ludwig and Simon Muller at lock. I would change that. I would really make place for Reinhard Roots, because I think he's the real number 4. And Reinhard Ludwig that excelled on Saturday last week in his defence. I mean, he was all over the park.
In the lock position.
In the lock position.
No, for me, he's a lock. Personally, I've seen him.
No. You know nothing about rugby.
Yes.
Mr. Jake White knows everything.
Anyway, yes, and then we had Sibusiso Shongwe, number 3. Jacques Goosen at number 2, he's the captain, and Nolan Pinar, number 1.
Of Menlo Park.
Yes. So we see the combinations.
We are going to struggle up front yet again.
Would you change the combinations there, or would you change players? New players that are not in the squad, Or would you just change the combination of the players again?
There is
for the front three?
There is a few players that I would really thought that would have been in the group. But obviously Bafana, I mean it's difficult, I know them from schoolboys rugby, and that Bafana worked with them and everything, so obviously he's supposed to know better than me. Bafana, I don't always think that you do. But yeah, this is the squad we've got.
Yeah. Well, yeah, let's look at the replacements now, because that's where the difference comes in. Okay, Andre
Mugu-Venter.
Blaine Golden.
Blaine Golden, not
yes.
that, yeah, Corné Welbach.
Yes.
That's the three guys that must be there. That's nominated.
Yeah,
and all the other players, they can bring another 5 from the other players. It doesn't matter who, all of the other players are on the bench.
Yeah. Simon Miller again and Reinhard Ludwig, yes. Sasko, Lovu, excellent. I enjoy him. George Cronje again, Bradley Davids, Bobby Alexander obviously recovered from his injury, and then Jordan Hendrikse, Etienne James, and then Jnr Boks and Quinn Horn. Quinn Horn also hopefully get some game time. Always love to watch him play.
But listen, I mean, we're in the final. I mean, it's as simple as that. Nothing can take us out of the final. So we'll see our best team on next week, Saturday.
Yes.
At 3 o'clock, I'm sure. Yeah, 3 o'clock, and then after it's the Lions. But yeah, that's Francois, I must admit, I was excited about the squad and everything, but only the behaviour of the kids, really, it's got me to a stage where I want to go and say, I don't want to watch this anymore.
Well, let's hope there's lessons learned, not to be repeated.
Unfortunately not, because this is Jan Hendrik's behaviour the whole time. Andre Mugu is now suddenly, he's the new golden child at hooker, playing for the Western Province and everything, and you can see it in his attitude. Mr. Cronje, I don't understand. I met you, you were one of our recipients of the awards the end of 2 years ago. You were a brilliant gentleman. Your dad cried that evening and everything, but your behaviour on the field, it's appalling. But yeah, that's off the field, that's off the thing. But I mean, that's the thing that Bafana and them must look after also. I mean, these guys must be.
Yeah, they're young. They need to buckle down, learn lessons very early. Otherwise, it's going to be problematic for them going forward. So yeah.
Yeah, but still, it's the Junior Springboks. They carry the badge on the whatchamacallit. So let's support them.
Definitely, always.
But a difficult first half because Georgia is not going to be fun.
No, I think they'll want to prove a point, not to be the wooden spoon, or go down easy as the wooden spoon team for the competition.
Well, that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
You guys must enjoy. En gedra vir julle.